Hello and welcome to Boardgame TV. We're playing Marvel Champions, a living card game, and this time we're going up against Ultron. Now Ultron starts with 17 hit points. As you can see, he has a scheme of 1, an attack of 2, and he has a force response. It says after Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a drone minion. Well, we'll come to understand that in a second. So, the Crimson Cowl. Now, as you can see, this scheme has 3 parts to it. Okay? Or the main scheme has 3 parts. So, it tells you to put in 1 modular set under attack, recommended, which I did, but I also put an extra one. And it says setup. Put the Ultron drone's environment into play. Shuffle the encounter deck, advance to stage 1B. Okay, the Ultron drones here. It says each face-down drone minion engaged with a player has a base of scheme 1, an attack of 1, and a base hit points of 1. After a face-down drone minion is defeated, place that card in its owner's discard pile. So we're going to lose cards and they're going to become Ultron drones and they're going to have an attacking scheme. Okay, so the Crimson Cowl. Ultron is using the component's claw delivered in order to build an army of Ultron drones. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. And when it comes 3 threat, we're going to have to flip the, we're going to go on to the next one, and it's going to gain 1 threat each round. It doesn't start with any. So I have to take my face down top card and put it, engage with me as a drone minion. Okay. So I have chosen Tony Stark, Iron Man. Hey, he's, of course, you know, Ultron's nemesis. He has 3 recovery. Futurist action. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, and discard the others. Limit once per round. I have a hand size of 6 and 9 hit points. Then I go to Iron Man. Here we have thwart 2, attack 1, defense 1. You get +1 hand size for each tech upgrade you control to a maximum hand size of 7. But I only have a hand size of 1 as Iron Man. So what Iron Man you want to do is you want to get his tech upgrades and put them into play so you can have a bigger hand size as Iron Man. That's what you want to try to do. He's kind of like Black Panther where you have to build him up, but I mean he's much harder to build up because when you're Iron Man you only have a hand size of 1. So we're going to go ahead and start. Now I do start. I have a hand size of 6. And he is, oh, let's see what we got. We got some cards here. He's an aggression. As you can see, it's the red. He has the aggression. I have 6. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play this. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 to your hand and discard the others. So I have Repulsor Blast, Helicarrier, and Tigra. I'm going to put Tigra in my hand. And I'm going to discard these 2. So let's see what we have. We have an upgrade armor. We have power gauntlets. We have rocket boots. We have a lot of upgrades we can use. So I'm going to go ahead and flip him. And he's saying is you get +1 hand size for each tech upgrade you control. Well, I think I'm going to try to play Relentless. I'm going to pay these to put the Mark 5 armor upgrade, and I get 6 hit points, which is going to make me have 15. That's a one-time thing, okay? So it's not like every round I can add extra hit points. Leaves me with 3 cards. I want to keep Tigra, but oh man, I'm only going to be able to have 2 cards in my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Rocket Boots. I'm going to use this to play Rocket Boots, and that gives me an extra hit point, and it gives exhaust Rocket Boots and spend a resource, gain the aerial trait until the end of the turn. So now I have one card in my hand. I will attack this drone and defeat it, because it has 1 hit point. I put it back in my hand, and that's going to be it. That was, you know, I had to build up. You know, that's all I could do. I have Tiger here, so, you know, that helped. So now my hand size is 1, but I have 2 tech upgrades. See, tech. So my hand size is now 3. So let's draw 2 cards. Power gauntlets and energy. Okay, that actually is not that bad. Okay, however, it is now Ultron's turn. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to put 1 threat on here. Nothing here. This is just an environment, so that's not going to do anything. So now he will attack me. Remember, he attacks for 2. So he attacks for 2, and his boost is 1. So he's going to hit me for 3 damage. So I'm down to 13. Alright. However, after Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat or the main screen, or put the top card of your deck into play face down with you engaged as a drone minion. I guess I'll put a threat on the scheme. Okay, so there's that. Now we have to do an encounter card. Concussive Blast. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. Okay. Now I have to kind of look at that. I think friendly character means everybody I have. Not just allies. So let's see here. Okay, friendly character here. Alright. Friendly is a blank turns cards to the player's control. Okay, well, okay, so I have to take 1 damage for that. So I'm down to 12 hit points. But that is the end of the turn. So it's not a bad turn. So it's my turn now. So let's see what I want to do. Well, I'm going to pay this 2, because this is worth 2 energy. 2 resources. And I'm going to play my powered gauntlets. Alright. So, and it has exhaust, powered gauntlets, deal 1 damage to an enemy. 2 instead if you have the aerial trait. Well, I don't have it right now. So, I think I will do that. I will do 1 damage, I'm sorry, to Ultron. So he's down to 16 hit points. However, I'm going to thwart for 2 and remove 2 threat from there. And that's the end of my turn. So let's ready him up. And now I can have 4 cards in my hand. Ooh, Pepper Potts. And now, so we will put 1 threat on the scheme. Ultron will now attack me for 2 damage. That's all he does. So I'm down to 10 health. However, he attacks, so I do the drone, so I have to put 1 threat on there. And now we have an encounter card. Rage of Ultron. When revealed, hero. Ultron attacks you. Discard the top card of your deck for each damage dealt by this attack. Okay. So it is 2, and that's it. 2 damage. So I'm down to 8 now. I'm starting to get my butt kicked here a little bit. I got to start, and I have to discard 2 cards. Okay, but that's it. That's the end of the turn. It's now my turn. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, well, still want to keep... I'm going to play Chase Them Down and Pepper Potts. And I'll play Supersonic Punch. That lets me deal 4 damage to Ultron. So he's down to 12. I can't get Tiger out yet. It's getting a little hard. And then what I will do is, of course, I will thwart for 2. And so we're kind of back at where we are. We're chipping away at each other. And that's it. So I will draw my hand size. Ugh. Okay. And that's it. So now Claw will go. Of course, he gets 1 scheme here. Ultron will go. Now he will attack me. So he does 2. And 2 is 4. So he does 4 damage to me. I'm down to 4 hit points. Ugh. And then, of course, I have to put a threat here. And then the counter is Shadow of the Past revealed. Alright, reveal your set-aside nemesis and put into play engage with you. Reveal your set-aside nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle the rest of your set-aside nemesis counter into the counter deck. If the card doesn't enter, okay, it gains search. Okay, so my nemesis is Whiplash. Retaliate. At this character's attack, deal 1 damage to the attacking character. 2 scheme, 3 attack, 4 health. And his side scheme is Imminent Overload. Whiplash has seized control of a power plant, threatening to overload the Transformers if his demands are not met. When revealed, place an additional 1 threat here, and it's going to give this a boost. So, it's going to get 4 threat, because it starts with 3. Now I'm going to have problems. And then I have to shuffle the rest of his scheme cards into the deck. So let me do that. Okay, so it's my turn now. I'm going to change a few things here. I'm going to play Uppercut. So I'm going to use Emergency, Avengers Mansion, and I got to get rid of Tigra to play Uppercut. And it lets me deal 5 damage to an enemy. So I will deal 5 damage, which takes Ultron down to 7. Hit points. Then I will deal 1 damage to an enemy, which I will hit Ultron again. So it takes him down to 6. Then I'm going to flip to Tony Stark, and I'm going to exhaust him and recover 3 hit points, which brings me back up to 7. And that's basically it. My hand size is 6, so let me draw 6 cards. I got some good cards. Okay. And now that's the end of my turn. So we're going to have to put 2 threat on the Crimson Cow, and that is going to take that off of there, and this has been completed. So we're at 2A. Assault on Norad. As you pursue Ultron, you receive a distress call from the North American Aerospace Defense Command in Colorado. They are being besieged by an army of Ultron drones. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. So let's do that. And then we have to flip it. Alright, if Ultron gains control of NORAD, he will have access to United States Ballistic Missile Command. Okay, after placing threat here, during step 1 of the villain phase, each player must choose to either place 2 threat here, or put the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Wow. Okay. However, we don't have to do that yet. Now, he will scheme. He will scheme for 1. We have 1 drone out, which will scheme for 1. The boost we already took care of. Whiplash will scheme for 2. We need, so at 4, if it gets 10, we flip it. And so that's where we're at. And now we do our encounter card. And we have Android Efficiency. When revealed, each player puts a top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Okay, so I have 2 drone minions, Whiplash, 2 schemes out. Boy, am I in some serious trouble. Okay. I'm alright on hit points for right now, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip back to Iron Man here. I'm going to play Power of Aggression. And it's max 2 per deck. Double the number of resources card generates while playing for an aggression. Well, I have an aggression card here called Combat Training. Play under any player's control, the hero gets +1 attack. So, it's not a tech upgrade, but however it is an upgrade. So, I use that. Then I have, let's see, Supersonic Punch. I think I'm going to gain the aerial trait. I'm going to spend this resource right here and exhaust my boots to give me the aerial trait. Then I'm going to play these 2 cards and give me Supersonic Punch. And what that's going to let me do is do 8 damage because I have the aerial trait. So what I'm doing is, well, I don't know, should I have done that? I guess so. It's going to knock Claw all the way down. So Claw is now in his second form. And now he has 2 scheme to attack. When Ultron attacks you, put the top card of your deck into play, face down, engage with you as a drone minion. Until the end of this attack, Ultron gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with you. How horrible. And now his hit points are at 22. Okay. So let me think about what I want to do. There's that. Okay. I am going to use this to attack. I deal 2 damage. I'm going to deal 2 damage to Whiplash. Actually, 3 damage. I'm sorry. He retaliates, does 1 to me. Then I will attack again and take Whiplash out for good. So Whiplash is done. His scheme is still here, but I took him out. Alright. And that's all I can do. So I draw my hand size, which would be 4. There's Art Reactor. Another helmet. War Machine. Man, it costs 4 to come out though, man. Jeez, but I could put this out. Yeah, I could put this out too. Okay, well, if I can survive. Alright, so it is Ultron's turn. So let's put 2 threat on the scheme. Remember, because we're boosting here. Ultron will attack me. And he does 4. And let's see. Ultron gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with me. I have 2. So he does 6 damage. However, I will defend that. Oh, you know what? I should turn into... Yeah, I should have. Okay, yeah, hold on. I would have turned into Tony Stark. I would have flipped. because I couldn't have withstand. So he would have schemed instead. And then this scheme would have come true. So now he's on scheme 3A, Countdown to Oblivion. Ultron has seized control of Norad. It's only a matter of time before he overcomes the command safeguards and launches a nuclear arsenal. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play, face down, and engage with them as a drone minion. Wow. Alright, it's up to you to save the world from nuclear Armageddon. Threat cannot be removed from this scheme. Wow, if this stage is completed, players lose the game. Okay. So I have to put top card face down, and it's actually going to get 3 scheme on there because these guys are all scheming. So it's going to get 3. So 2 more scheme on there, and I have lost. Boy, I'm in trouble. Okay. Hell, woo. Okay. Let's flip Iron Man. I should have got 2 more cards, actually, because I did have him flipped. Sorry about that. Alright. So let's see what I have here. Wow, I have to really think. Boy, I have to really think about what I want to do. I have an uppercut. It costs 3, but I have several upgrades I can put out, and a war machine I could possibly do out. Okay, I'm going to try. I don't know how this is going to be effective, but let's do this. Alright, I'm going to play my resources at 4. I'm going to play War Machine. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to exhaust War Machine and deal 2 damage to him. 1 damage to each enemy. Now he's not doing his normal attack, he's doing this. So he's not going to take inconsequential damage. So that's going to destroy these 3 drones. And then it's going to put 1 damage on Ultron. Okay. Then I'm going to thwart for 2 with him and take off 2 scheme on that one. And then I will deal another damage to Ultron, which is going to put him at 20. Well, hold on. Let me look at something here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Alright, I don't know how I missed that. I'm going to play these 2 cards, and I'm going to put in Arc Reactor as well. Now, instead of doing the damage, let me put this back up. Instead of doing damage to Ultron, what I'm going to do is I'm going to thwart for 2 and take this stupid scheme, get this scheme out. So this scheme is out. Then he's exhausted. However, I'm going to exhaust arc reactor and ready him again. Okay. Then I would have been able to take the last two. Because remember, that thing had 4. And I would have thwarted 2 scheme off of there. Right. And then used arc reactor, ready him back, and then thwart the other 2. So that scheme is gone. Okay. So let's redo everybody. And I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in my hand. Combat training is an upgrade, but it's not a tech upgrade. So I'll draw 5 cards. Okay, that's not bad. Alright. Now, next time I need cards, I'm going to have to shuffle. And in this game, when you have to reshuffle your deck, you have to draw an encounter card. And then, so when you come to the encounter phase, it'll be an extra encounter card you have to go through. I don't have to do that this phase because I don't have to draw anymore. I draw 5. But next time, yeah, that's going to happen. Now you have to do that. Okay, so we do have to put 1 threat on here. Okay, now Ultron will attack me. And he does 3 damage. Because he has no extra drone. So that's 3 damage to me. However, I will have to put out a drone. Okay. Which will be my last card, honestly. Okay. So he attacks, and this guy is actually going to attack me. So he puts me down to 2 hit points. And let's draw a card. And we have upgraded drones attached to the Ultron drones environment. Each face down drone minion gets +1 attack and +1 hit point. Wow, spend these resources to discard this card. Eee, how horrible. Okay, but however, it is now my turn. Okay, I'm going to play this strength card because it's worth 2 resources to play Haymaker, which lets me deal 3 damage to an enemy. So I'm going to pop Ultron for 3. So it's going to go to 18. I don't think I'm going to be able to win because 1 more threat he wins. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to play the Power of Aggression. This doubles my resources. This is going to be 2. And I'm going to play Tic Tac Team and put it into play. It's a support. And it comes with 3 counters. And it says action. Exhaust Tic Tac Team. Remove 1 attack from. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that then. So I'll do him. I'll do 2 damage to Ultron. He's down to 16. Then I will do War Machine. He'll do 2 damage to Ultron. He's down to 14. Then, see here, I will exhaust and do 2 damage because of my +1 attack to Ultron. That's a 12. And then I can attack and do 2 more damage to Ultron. And that puts him down to 10 health. And we're going to lose now because I cannot remove threat from that scheme. And he will, first thing he's going to do is put 1 threat on the scheme, which is 5, and we have lost the game. Now, maybe if I had... Oh, I was supposed to draw. Let's go through this. I'm supposed to draw my cards. Now, because I have to ready my heroes and draw my hand, I would draw an encounter card. However, I would not do this encounter card until the encounter phase. So when I save it for the encounter phase. But there it is. It's saved for the encounter phase. I have my hand of cards here. And let's see something. So I would shuffle them up. I would take my hand. I wonder if I could have beat him if I do a good hand. I have a hand size of 5. Oh, you know what? I forgot though. Hold on. He's actually going to have 8 hit points. Because when I used him to attack, I could exhaust and ready him again and then attack again. So he does 2 more damage. So Ultron is down to 8 hit points. And of course, then I would ready him. And let me draw the 5 cards. Oh my goodness. I would have killed him. I want to see how this plays out. So let me see how this plays out. I can do 8 damage to him if I have the aerial trait. I can spend this to get the aerial trait and then spend this card to do 8 damage to him. But let's just see what would have happened. So he would have attacked me. And he would have did 4 damage. I could have used War Machine to take the hit. Then this drone would have attacked me, 2 damage, but I would defend for 1 and be down to 1 hit point. And then he would have a villain attacks me. Oh, I would have been so close. Well, if he would have damaged me there, I would have been able to kill him the next round. Wow, that's Ultron. I did a little bit better than I did with Claw, but he's still pretty tough. But I came close. I have beaten him before, but with other people. But Iron Man does take a while to build up, as you can see. You just got to build him up. He gets better. More he does, the better he gets, the stronger he gets. But if you don't get a good start and don't build him up quick enough, you're going to get overwhelmed, kind of like Black Panther. But once he is built up, he will become a little bit more overpowered. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, have fun.